Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Creepy Basement, aka the Axe Workshop, for part 2 of putting together a splitting axe for my buddy Dalton. If you guys didn't get a chance to see part 1, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below so you can go check that out. So just a quick little recap. In part 1, we hung this beautiful little 3.5 pound plum jersey on a hardware store handle. And today for part 2, what we're going to do is focus on thinning this handle out, maybe giving it a little more shape here in the palm swell, and putting a nice splitting profile on the axe here and cleaning up the head a bit. Even though this axe isn't profiled and sharpened yet, I am still going to put an edge protector on it because, guys, you don't want to underestimate even how sharp a dull axe is if you, hit it with your hand or like go onto it with any kind of force. It will still cut you. It won't be as catastrophic as if it was extremely sharp, but you could still do some damage and get a pretty bad cut. And I have been cut like that before, so now I just take the 2 seconds to just put a little edge protector on there just to keep myself safe, because we are going to be filing up in this area here, and if we're going down towards the bit, we don't want to lose any skin today. We want to keep all our skin on for this project. So we're going to throw it in the vise here, and pretty much this handle needs to be thinned out this way, and it's going to be thinned out this way. So first I'm probably going to focus here under the eye. We're going to take the big boy. We're going to start ripping these sides down. And yes, obviously, if you have a flap disc or an angle grinder, this can go a lot quicker, but it can go south a lot quicker too. So, guys, I'm just getting the bulk off with this big aggressive file. I know it looks like I'm kind of filing all crazy. I'm not really checking what I'm doing here, but I could see that we have a lot of thickness to go. So I'm trying to rip a bunch of it off quick, and then we'll go through with our finer stuff. Even though this is pretty aggressive, it's less aggressive than this, and then we'll do a little more fine tuning. But right now, my main concern is, am I taking too much from one side or another? Guys, so now we're going to move on to the head of the axe. I'm going to start with the pole. The pole isn't damaged, it doesn't need any work, but I just want to make it look extra nice, spice it up a little bit, and just give it a whole different look. And then we're going to move on to the bit and put a splitting profile on there for him. Alright guys, what I'm doing here is just a little bit of draw filing, just to make sure when I was push filing, I was even with my grind. And so far it looks like I absolutely was, which is great. This part that I'm doing here isn't necessary. I'm just giving it a little bit different look. I'm going to do, I guess you would call it like ombre. I'm going to kind of do a little pit shine over here on the bit, right under the label where it says plum, and then it'll fade into this well-earned patina, and then out back to that nice polished pole. I just think it's a cool look. This will obviously happen over time with use, but just want to give it a cool look right off the rip. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to finish up the handle, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some Appalachian Black Walnut stain. It's a water-based stain from Lamica. So if you guys are familiar with Lamica's axes, you can get their handle finished in the dark Appalachian Walnut, or you can get it in just, I believe, like a Danish oil. So obviously if we put boiled linseed oil on this right now, it's going to look, you know, just like a regular axe handle. It's going to look very like yellowy orangish, which is really nice. It's really pretty. It gets a really nice patina over time, and I absolutely love it. But I think that the walnut stain with the little bit of polish on the bit and on the pole is really going to make this axe pop. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do now, and then tomorrow we're going to leave it, we're going to leave it sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to come back to it, and after it's fully dry, then we'll get a coat of linseed oil on there.